To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
The wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello. Welcome to the Wildest POD in the Wilderness. A podcast that, if drinkable, would taste better than Beverly. I'm your host, Matt, and I'm joined...
Such like a...
What? And I'm joined today by my co-host, Tori. Hi, Tori.
I think that's the second time. Like, we've only done 2 podcasts, and both times we said my name weird.
Your name's Tori.
No, I know, but like with a weird, like, Tori.
Tori.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
It's not that I guess. We did.
I honestly, I don't remember how we said it the first time.
Really warm.
Well, it's a warm day, and I don't want to have the fan in the background, so it'd be like that. So, Tori,
Yeah.
what are we talking about today?
We are going to go through our Disney Mount Rushmore.
That's
princesses, villains, and animal Disney sidekicks.
Animal Disney Sidekicks, but that wouldn't go for a movie that is all animals and then the side characters.
Listen, that was your rule. I would have said it's fine, but
no,
that isn't your rule.
An animal sidekick like Mushu, is different than say Timon and Pumbaa in the
but they're both
essence of the
animal
characters.
sidekicks.
Yeah, but also no. Yeah. Also, a lot of Disney news going out, a lot of Epic Universe reviews are coming in, and I can't wait to talk about an Epic Universe episode. That's going to be fun.
Yes.
We're not going to be able to get down there, but we'll go over everything. They announced that they're doing a UK park.
I know.
That's going to be awesome. Disney has Universal right on their butts.
It's scary how fast Universal's growing, and with it's not like they're just growing and expanding their company. They're doing super cool stuff with the technology, with the lands, with the immersion factor. What the hell is that?
It's the garage opening. But it's so interesting because we were talking about this earlier in the week that I was asking you if we think that Universal is beating Disney right now. Sure, that might be the perspective. But think about it this way, that Disney was so far ahead that all Universal could do was catch up. They're not beating them. Disney was just so far ahead that they're now catching up because Disney, maybe they don't have that much to do.
They stopped.
Yeah, but is that
No.
necessarily bad?
Yes. With Walt's vision and what he wanted and how he wanted everything to grow and change, the imagination never stops. It's like it stopped.
Well, I wouldn't say they've stopped.
Just because
they change everything. They add new stuff. They're adding new stuff now.
Yes, which is probably because of what Universal's doing.
Yeah, that might be some of it, but with the opening of Epic Universe and now a UK thing, are people? I don't know if the reaction of Universal's killing Disney is necessarily right.
I don't think that they're killing Disney, but I think Disney has done some questionable things. Or questionable tactics in the past couple years. Which kind of PO'd some people.
Well, maybe. But if I was Disney right now, I'd be saying, talk to me when you got a cruise line. Or talk to me when you got something in Shanghai. Or, you know what? Tokyo Disney Sea. So let's talk then. But you're just breaking in.
They need to bring some of what they're doing over at Tokyo Sea. They need to bring that over here.
Yeah. You could, you know why that is, right?
Why, what is?
Why all the cool stuff is in Tokyo Disney Sea and not necessarily over here in the States.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's, the people who don't know, it's because Tokyo Disney is not 100% owned by the Disney company. It's also it's a partner with the government over there, and the Imagineering budget is like, I'm gonna lie when I say triple, but it's massively more than it is over here. So I mean, you're able to see all these cool animatronics and rides that you don't necessarily get over here. Which is,
It's true, but like once they figure out how to do these things and how to make the animatronics look so flush, and I feel like it needs to just start making its way throughout the rest of the parks. Because that god awful like end of Frozen Ever After, where they're both holding their hands and they have their faces, but their necks are a completely different color than like what's being projected on their faces, is like, it's not great.
I've never hated anything more than Disney wise. I've never hated any more Disney wise than the stupid virtual faces. I hate it.
I think it was lazy.
One, it's lazy. One. Mm-hmm. Two, we know that you have the technology, right?
Yeah, we've seen it.
I'd like to know, and I don't know this, how often Tokyo Disney rides shut down. Because we see Rise of the Resistance shut down all the time, and I assume it's due to animatronic failure.
It normally is.
And they even though it shuts down all the time, still they got rid of that dang Kylo Ren one and replaced it with him in the TIE Fighter instead of him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so not even half the time they use the actual animatronic.
Also with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, when Tiana at the end scene like freezes all the time, she looks scared in one of them. She's like just standing there, eyes wide open, not moving.
Yeah, so I see in Disney World all these animatronic failures and everything like that, and it leads to some of these rides being shut down. I'd love to, and I'm thinking about this for the first time, so I don't know the numbers. So I'd love to see how often those rides in Tokyo Disney Sea shut down.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to say it's not as much.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Because their budget's so much better, they might use better technology.
Maybe, but I feel like it's such a big problem that they would. That's one of those things that they'd immediately
huge problem. But I mean, it's a problem nonetheless.
It would probably fix some of the image issues that Disney might go with, with Disney.
It just kind of feels like it's not a downfall, but it's like I said, it's not like they're trying as hard, because you said that they've already reached their peak. And, they don't need to keep up with Universal, which I think is the wrong mentality, if that's the mentality they have. It should always be to add on, keep reimagineering, add new things, change old things, as much as it may upset people.
So 100% I agree, and I feel like I might have said my point a little wrong. I think you have, if I do so much, I'll eventually have some sort of plateau. Right? Where I still may increase, but it increased slower because of everything I've done. Well, I've already have a cruise line. I already have so many international parks. I have all this, that, and the third. So everything I do might not be flashy because I already have so many things. Universal's great company. If you'd like to sponsor us, go ahead.
Yeah.
My inbox is always open.
Yeah.
But you look at what they have, and it's like, you don't got that much. They got the U.S. parks. Whatever. They're still little brother to Disney. And now they have, with this expansion into the UK, they're about to kick off their industrial revolution, if you so wish to label it that. But Disney already has theirs. They've already had it. Mm-hmm. So they'll have a plateau of ideas. That doesn't mean you stop, which I would love to do an episode 3 on everything we would change in Disney World to upgrade it. Take it so you're not doing the plateau anymore. Disney steroids. That's what we're calling the next episode. We're calling it Disney steroids. I think that would be
I think
nice.
we're getting a little off topic on what we're supposed to be doing in this.
We're thinking about other
video
episodes.
right now.
We should be doing this
one.
episode.
Yes.
We
went on like a 10-minute tangent about Universal and Disney.
It's just such an interesting thing at the moment.
It is. It's very big in the media and everything that's going on and the possible futures of all the parks. It's a big thing right now.
Well, this episode at least, we're doing a little bit, it's only the second episode. We're still trying to let you guys get to know what we're like, what we
Find
like.
our niche.
Yeah. Yeah, like what do we like about Disney movies and whatnot. So we thought that we would do a little Disney Mount Rushmore. We're going to do 3 of them, right? We're going to do the Disney villains, we're going to do Disney princesses, and the Animal Sidekicks. So just to give you guys a little insight into what we think about our favorite Disney characters.
They may be a little, like, not what you would want, and I would love to know what you guys would like. So, like, if you disagree with anything we're saying, or you think you would have a better Mount Rushmore, let us know. For sure.
Absolutely. Drop it in the comments for villains, princesses, and animal sidekicks. So first we're going to do Disney villains. And I wouldn't say any of these are my favorite movies. You know what I mean? But the characters themselves are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So
how did you rank yours? Because we just kind of said not rank them, but like how did you decide these were your top 4? Like you would like chisel their faces in Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, like what are their accomplishments, I guess?
Not even accomplishments. I kind of did it who I thought was the most like evil.
That's kind of what I did. So like people who I was thinking who I would be like, you know what? Like if I sided with you, you're not on the list.
That's fair enough.
Like there's
some you sided with?
In Disney history?
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say completely sided, but like if I was like, you know what, you got a pretty good argument right there. I'm not gonna maybe agree with it, but I understand why someone might.
Who popped into your head? I need to know. Who popped into your head where you're like, man, I kind of agree with you?
Thanos. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. You better be kidding on that.
I was doing a list. I was looking at a list, but I forget. Let me look it up real quick. And because it did come across my mind.
What, that you agreed with them?
Yeah.
That's really funny. I don't think I've ever agreed with a Disney villain before.
Here you go. Captain Hook.
You agreed with Captain Hook?
I understand
Why?
Captain Hook. Peter Pan would get on my nerves too. Mm-hmm. If I was a guy trying to plunder, as I do,
guy trying to plunder,
and this flying annoying person, came out of nowhere with his band of in furs, I'd be kind of annoyed.
The Lost Boys?
They are young gentlemen wearing the carcasses of animals.
They don't want to grow up.
Maybe you should, first of all. Gotta grow up.
I was for sure you were going to say you sided with Gaston.
Good.
That's who I thought was
so
on
that's
your
my
list.
second one.
Stop. Why are you agreeing with a narcissist?
First of all, right?
Uh-huh.
Womanizing piece of butt. Not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right? First half of the movie, get him out of here. Get him out of here. I don't like Gaston. Cool song, but, I have the same diet.
Cool song.
I also like eggs. So, I relate.
Man, it's really relatable.
But the first half of the movie, not cool. Second half of the movie, though.
You mean where he gets the whole village to riot and storm a castle?
Look.
Where he didn't do anything wrong. They didn't even know he was there.
Let me set the scene.
There's no scene to set.
It's
already been set and played and made
like,
and made into... Didn't Beauty and the Beast win an Oscar?
It has to be like the 1700s. I don't know when it takes place. Not now. And you're like, oh, I'm in charge of protecting the little town. It's great, And then the girl I'm into, is
the
like...
Belle.
Yeah. She's like, guys, I know everyone hates me, but here, so nobody likes anything I say. Let me show you this giant animal person being really, really angry. And shows this mirror, and it's like,
Because
rah,
he was trying to lock up
rah.
her father so that she would marry him. That's why she did it, so that they would not, to prove his innocence.
Because Gaston's the only one locking up fathers? I'm pretty sure Beast did that in the first half of the movie.
Listen, he invaded his castle.
Oh,
He's
so
held
it's a
prisoner.
justified kidnapping?
It's not a kidnapping.
Well, Maurice was...
He is a prince.
Maurice
He
was
makes
in
it.
here earlier, raving. Dusha, dusha, dusha. I love that meme.
It's a great meme. We are still off topic and haven't touched on any of the ones
We'll
we
get
put
to
on
it.
there.
We'll get to it. But Gaston, wanting to deal with the Beast problem,
The problem? How's it a problem?
to the entire town's perspective, this is a beast who kidnaps people, is enchanted, which is not normal. I'd question it. And the information they have about him is he's not a sweet, kind, lovable dog, as Belle describes.
Yeah.
But when when she shows him in the mirror,
He's
it's
sad.
an angry beast person.
No, he's sad. She just left.
He is the angriest prince I have
No.
seen. Yes, he is.
Angriest?
He screams
I feel
all
like
the
he
time.
is justifiably angry. He was like, what? If you think about the storyline, when he opened the door, was like 7 years old.
If there was which is weird,
She was
bad
like,
on the-
man, you don't want to... stranger danger. She said,
Yeah,
beast.
bad on that witch for judging the moral,
Cursing a child.
yeah, the moral compass of a toddler or whatever he was, an adolescent
If
youth.
I was the beast, I'd be angry too.
I would be quite furious. But in Gaston's mind,
You
I
can't
understand.
justify him. No.
I understand it.
No.
Was there anyone else?
What, who you agree with?
Yeah.
I feel like...
No, not really. It was just those two.
Okay.
You could make a case for Cruella de Vil.
No.
In modern day society.
No.
Like, I wouldn't.
No one
But-
in modern day society. Anybody
Skins
who's going to
dogs?
be listening is
Oh,
going to be
hum.
like, stop it.
I hate to break it to you, but
No.
there are people with furs, and they are.
Yes, but they're not puppy furs.
That's a good point. And that's pretty bad, and I don't agree with that. But
All right.
compared to the other people on this list, they're tamer.
Anyway, who's your first one you're chiseling into Mount Rushmore?
I'm actually gonna skip over this one, and I'm gonna save him because people are gonna be like, "Oh, I remember that guy." So I'm gonna say Mother Gothel. Mother Gothel is fantastic. She is a great villain. And what makes a great villain? One, songs. Mother Knows Best is a bomb butt song. I will break out into my loudest girl voice ever. Mother! It's not great. I wouldn't do that impression again.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that
But,
again.
it's awesome. It's a great thing. Mother Gothel. What do you think about that?
I agree. I pondered her. I pondered putting her on my list.
Mm-hmm.
But I let the bias get the best of me and subbed her out for someone else.
Mm-hmm. Well, but Mother Gothel, right, she kidnaps a child.
I don't understand why she had to kidnap the child.
She kidnapped the child because she couldn't keep the flower because the kid ate the flower.
The
the mother ate
mother
the flower. And then the kid came out because
Just
of the
go
flower.
work in the castle and be like, I love when you sing to me.
That's a good point. There were a lot of other steps that could have occurred.
Yeah, before she decided to break into the castle and just
Yeah.
like jump out a window.
A little kidnapping, like she could have like submitted her resume into the king and queen, been like, hey, I heard you needed a
maid.
Yeah.
A nanny.
Or a nanny to the newborn princess. I'd like to do this. What are your qualifications? I can build a sick tower.
I won't steal your child. Like,
It's like, I thought about it, but...
yeah, I decided to do the right thing.
Yeah, look at me. I work here. And then it's like, they grow old and die, and she's still there. It's like, whoa. You're really young for your age.
That's funny. It's like, oh, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Be like, you know that flower that you uprooted and ate? Yeah, well, it was mine first.
So who was your first?
The first one that I put on there. Are you going from like down up the way you ranked them, or are you going from up down?
I didn't rank them. They're just there.
Oh,
They're in no
that's
particular
fair.
order.
Okay. I had to put my favorite on there. I'm maybe a little biased. I put Trinabog on there from Fantasia.
Trinabog.
Where he busts out the mountain. He brings all those spirits. Granted, I don't... Like, he's classified as a villain. I think he's a super cool villain. The way he looks, his song, and his little art scene in Fantasia.
Mm-hmm.
I think man just wanted to party. Everybody's dancing, having a great time, and then he goes to sleep. Like, he raved in the night and then went to sleep when the light came in. I was like, ah.
Like Maurice.
Yeah, he was like, ah. And he turned him back into his little mountain. He's just my favorite, so I think I'm a little biased when I put him on there, onto my Mount Rushmore, because I don't think he's necessarily, like, evil. I just love him.
You just love him.
I just love him.
To me, it's one of the, he's one of those so iconic looking characters for when you think about Disney. You think about Mickey Mouse, and then you think about Fantasia, and there he is, right?
Yeah, you think of Fantasia, you think of the frickin' hippos and the alligators, and you think of him.
Like, he was probably either 5 or 6 on my list.
Okay, so he just missed Mount Rushmore for you.
Yeah, but, I mean, the other one might be more iconic than him, if not he's second, was Pete.
Oh.
Yeah, like, when you think about Disney, I think about
Pete.
Mickey
Like
Mouse.
villains?
Yeah, villains, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, just when I think about Mickey Mouse and everything like that, I think about probably those two villains.
Okay.
I think about Mickey and his friends, of course, but, I also think about villains, because a hero is never is only as good as their villain.
Yes. That's funny that you say that he's, like, one that you think of, because I feel like he's not one that a lot of people think of. Like,
Trinabog or Pete?
Trinabog.
Trinabog.
I feel like he's not thought about a lot, but...
I definitely think about him, but maybe that's because we both like Fantasia.
I love Fantasia.
It's great.
I would put that on, do my homework.
So next, I'm gonna go the kind of, for a very short period, Lion King himself. Scar.
That's a good one.
Brother of Mufasa. Uncle to Simba.
I wish people could see your face. Like, in the
And how
expressions
stupid
you're
I'm making it. But he literally, one, kills his brother, orders to kill his nephew.
Yeah.
Right?
In a stampede.
That didn't work. Yeah, he gets an army of hyenas just to keep them starving. He doesn't do anything he says.
Yeah.
But he's a master manipulator. Right? He's
got banger songs.
Great songs.
Be Prepared. Oh, man.
Jeremy Irons can't sing. He can't. He speaks throughout most of that song. But the way he speaks. Oh, Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, he has a great song. And, like, talk about, like, not even manipulation. Guilt tripping. He's like, man, you killed your father. He's like, you watched me throw him off the ledge. But you did that.
You just made me kill him.
He's like, run away.
It's like, ooh. That's true.
Talk about the guilt trip. He laid that on thick.
Yeah, Scar is a classic Disney villain to me. He is just the quintessential evil. There's no good about him. There's no, well, I can understand where he's coming from. It's, you just overthrew the government and got rid of the line. And then did nothing with it.
But you know what? You said that he didn't do anything for the hyenas. Once he was king, they ate.
Did they?
They ate everything. And then they ruined the savannah because there was nothing left. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's I guess.
He didn't really keep him hungry. It was when he was fighting Simba. And he's like, oh, the hyenas, they're stupid. It was all their idea. He just threw him under the bus.
I thought they ate him. Well, I guess they did.
kill him because they were like, oh.
I thought they were just still
Oh,
hungry, but he
you
was
said
in charge.
this was us?
Mm.
Said, no.
Okay. Well, still. To
All
me,
right.
you know, he doesn't do anything for anyone except himself. You know, and that's quintessential evil.
Yes. My next one, I gotta go Hades.
Hey, Hades.
But you sounded disappointed in that answer.
I like Hades. It's just Mount Rushmore, really? To me, he's like B tier.
B tier. He's funny. He's got wit. He's literally just trying to take over the world. I think he's got some sort of like charm. He's like, I like that he's kind of relatable. When Meg's like, oh, he's nice, he's charming. He's like, he's a guy. Like, he's funny. He does what he wants. And I like how, like, short-tempered he is for a villain. I like that he changes color when he's angry. And he's like, ooh, is my hair out? Like, that's funny. That's funny.
So I love...
He tried to kill a baby!
I do love Hades. But...
I feel like he's...
And I love the Hercules movie. Mm-hmm. But I think... I think I like it more than other people, but it's just but in the grand scheme of things, it's not as good as other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Like movie-wise?
Movie-wise, and I feel like Hades is a good one if we extended this to like 5 or 6 people.
That's what you keep saying about all the ones that I'm saying.
What was the other one you said?
Chernobog.
Chernobog. No, I like Chernobog.
Yeah, but you said he's 4-6.
On
4 or
mine.
5. Yeah,
on mine.
And so is Hades on yours.
Nah, Hades on mine would have been like 8th. But I mean for like the general pop.
Man.
But I like Chernobog. And Hades is very good.
He's got a lot of wit. He's got a lot of charm to him. I like even when he's talking to the 3 what are they? Past, present, and future. The 3 witches. He's always he's very charming to them.
Yeah.
And he's just got that devilish
Because my initial response was kind of but the more I keep thinking about this movie,
he's got a cool outfit.
I really do like it. Because I do love the Greek god, the whole concept of everything.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way that they portrayed him. I like the way that he makes deals. Like, I just like everything about him.
I don't know if I would like the character let me rephrase.
Yeah,
I might like the character less if it wasn't voiced by James Woods.
You would like the character more or less?
Less. I think it's one of those instances where I think the character's written, right? And I think it would have been fine. Hades would have been fine. But since it's James Woods, and I really like James Woods, I think he probably elevated that character to greatness. But I don't know if the character is... I don't know if it's Disney's doing or James Woods is doing that the character is so great and iconic.
I think it's a combo because you can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
I know, when he's like, relax, it's only halftime. It's a great line. He does it well. But also, that was really good on Disney's part, making that the halfway point of the movie.
Yeah, that was...
That's pretty cool.
That was cool.
Yeah. I think he's a slept-on villain. And I love him.
Maybe I'd probably agree. He's underrated. So, my third. Dr. Facilier.
Oh, Dr. Facilier. He's a good one. He scared me as a child. When this movie came out, I was still little. We were still little.
Real little.
Yeah, and all the voodoo stuff, and when they dragged him underneath the ground.
It's crazy.
Scared the crap out of me.
But I would put him in the same skill level as Jeremy Irons. You know, somebody who, this guy, the Shadow Man, this guy's songs, it's not very much of him singing. It's him talking. Sit down, little man, stuff like that. It's him just talking. But his voice is so great. You know, I forget the actor who plays him. I know he was in Community, but he does such a great job with this role, and the way they wrote the whole movie, I absolutely love it. This guy just wants to take over New Orleans and basically sell everyone's soul to the shadow realm just so he can get rich. I mean, that's evil. It
is evil. I really like him. He was so close to making it on my list. But I'm not saying he's a bad villain. I'm just like he's like, I love him. He just didn't make my top 4. That's all. There's nothing that I can critique about him. It's just he just didn't make my cut.
He's an evil guy.
Yeah, he's an evil guy.
I'd probably say he is, like, I think he deserves to be not just on my Mount Rushmore, but on Disney. Like, if Disney, the company itself, made a Mount Rushmore,
hold on,
he'd be there.
You know where he really deserves to be?
Where?
In the Tiana's Bayou Adventure ride. That's where the man deserves to be. Could you imagine how cool it would have been if you were going up the hill to go down it and being like, are you ready? You had all those masks lining the walls. That would have been so cool.
They shouldn't have they should have done the Return of the Shadow Man or something like that. Or
I get not making it wanting to be too scary for kids, but even Splash Mountain had that like the 2 vultures Look,
fear is a part of rides. I think if you get rid of a fear factor for hi, joy. Oh, no, don't worry. It's going to be fun. We're going to drop it, but it's going to be fun. Don't worry. I hate it. Like, it should be boom, 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 boom. Oh, my God.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it would have been great. But the way they did it with the storytelling was, it's said after. So you just find Tiana's special ingredient for her gumbo, I think the plot of the ride is. And it's like love or something. I don't know. Or it's music. Something dumb.
It's just, it seems from what I've seen of it, I haven't gotten a chance to ride it yet, which is like making me upset. But from what I've seen, it's just a lot of like, it was like nothing in it. There wasn't a lot of animatronics. There wasn't a lot of characters that you could hear their voices, but you couldn't see them. You were like just in the bayou. And so people complained about it. So Disney's remedy to that was just putting in like screen projections of them. And like, I'm just like, what is this? What is this? So I don't know.
I don't know if Ray's in the ride. I'd assume not, right? He's dead. You'd assume, right?
Assume, yeah.
I haven't ridden the ride, and I try not to see everything about the ride because I kind of want to.
I want to experience it, yeah.
Kinda, even though I've seen a lot, but I'd assume Ray's not in it. Shadow Man's not in it. Yeah. I hate to break it to you, Disney. Those were your top 2 characters in the movie.
Yeah, Ray and
like,
the Shadow Man.
The 2 people who get a
lot of love.
Who get the most of the love, are, and I guess Mama Odie, but whatever. And Tiana's great. Tiana's a little preview. Little preview. Tiana. But anyway. Where was I getting there? The Shadow Man. Great
character.
Great villain. Deserves to be in that ride.
All right.
We're going on your third now, right?
Yes, because that was just yours. My third is Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
Man he was scary because like he was targeting a population, and from
the gypsies,
yes, and from what we know of history, it's not a very good thing. And
targeting populations of people.
Yes, targeting populations of people. Like, he was just like, you also have that. He also has a great song. He has Hellfire, and top tier villain song. Yup, and it's great because it shows his inner turmoil of loving Esmeralda, but granted, he sees it as a sin, and instead of a sin of, because he's a judge and he can't, like, in the storyline, he like can't marry. He sees it as a sin, but instead of seeing it as a sin of lust for him, he sees it, she's casting her gypsy like curse on me, kind of thing, and then it's like, love me or die, like, and he's like. And don't forget the scene where he's like, burn the house down. And they're like, what? It's just a family in there. Like, a normal living...
He's...
we didn't even talk about the... abusing Quasimodo. Like,
The main part of the movie. It's so down on his list.
yeah, I know. Like, I mean, he may have abused him. He took care of him, not properly or well.
Yeah.
I feel like the priest did more so than he did.
Yeah.
But no, he definitely made it on my
And the
list.
100% like the what's the disease called? That
what?
you see visions.
Hallucin.
Something like that. I forget.
Hallucinogens?
I knew it right
The
before
disease?
Yeah. But I forget. You like
I know the drugs, but
No.
Not
But
the-
like the statues that he speaks to,
yeah.
they're not real. They're
No.
all in his head.
Yeah, they're all in his head.
So, I mean, and that is 100% of
no, because
Frollo being so mean that he is just so mentally deranged.
yeah, even like when Quasimodo's tied down and they're throwing stuff at him, he's like, no, let him. Like, what parent does that? Well, he's not a parent, but
Caretaker.
yes.
He is
Someone needs to call CPS.
he is straight up evil,
Yes. Right.
which goes into maybe the most evil of them all,
Okay.
the Horned King,
He's such an underrated one.
the Black Cauldron,
I love that movie.
the lost Disney movie, the one they tried to
Get rid of because it was
suppress.
too scary and dark.
Too scary. And if your movie is too scary and dark, you deserve to be on this list.
Yeah.
Like, you made the best character ever commit suicide. Because Gurgi has no friends.
Yeah.
Gurgi has no friends.
Wait.
I cried.
We're not talking about Gurgi, we're talking about the Horn King. Like, and they even made him look scary.
He's if you don't know, if you're listening to this right now, you're like, Black Cauldron, what are they even talking about? Look up a picture of this guy. He is scary. Watch this movie. We're not making any of this
It's on
up.
Disney Plus.
It is. Right? They can't hide it forever. You know?
Yeah, like he's gross and like decaying almost, and he's got these big antlers on him.
Horns.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yes, but they look like antlers. Like
Yeah.
a deer.
No, it's insane. This guy just looks evil. He fits the part, you know.
But he's
that's
supposed to be like a mighty war like leader almost.
Mm-hmm.
And he's supposed to like lead this undead army to like take over the world, which is
pretty not cool.
not cool, but like a great storyline for a villain.
Now that I'm thinking about that, is the Black Cauldron kind of the Lord of the Rings? I mean, Gurgi
Kinda.
looks and sounds like Gollum, right? Isn't there an old man in the Black Cauldron?
There's an old man who sends
Gandalf. There's a Dark Lord sorcerer who tries to lead an army to, to take over the world. Sauron.
I mean, it's similar.
It sounds loosely based on the Lord of the Rings. I think whoever the director was or the creator was reading some Tolkien and said, make it a movie.
Yes. And listen, if you hadn't told me that he was going to be on your list earlier by accident, he totally would have made mine, but just to make it a little different, I put Cruella de Vil on there because I think skinning puppies
Cruella.
is the absolute worst thing on the planet.
You-
and that's
you
because
would.
I love dogs.
You do.
I want to own all the dogs. And
I want to own all the dogs.
and the fact that she is not even just like making fur coats, she is bludgeoning puppies to death.
Well, not her. She makes others
Like-
do it.
I'm not saying this is justifiable in any way, but why puppies? You need so many more of them to make your coat. Like, if you're killing,
That's a good point.
if you're killing dogs, why wouldn't you get fewer like adult dogs, or maybe just like
Ones that are
about to die, like euthanize them? Like
15-year-old dogs.
I don't know. I've
Dalmatians.
known pretty many dogs that have lived past 15, which is crazy to think about. But anyway,
Well, I think I want you down in the comments to to tell us who had the better Mount Rushmore for Disney villains. I had the Horned King, Mother Gothel, Scar, and the Shadow Man.
Yeah, I had Trinabog, Cruella de Vil, Frollo, and Hades.
So we'll see who wins down in the comments for our Disney villains. But seeing we're already almost 40 minutes in,
Holy crud.
we're going to move right along to Disney princesses, and you'll go first. I went first last time.
All right. I gotta start off strong with my girl Snow White.
Snow White.
Snow White.
Snow White.
Yes, my
Snow
little,
White.
my little dainty little princess.
Well, I guess we'll save us time because Snow White's my first one.
Oh, there we
It's
go.
Snow White.
She walked so all the other princesses could run. She was Walt Disney's baby, and she made Disney possible.
She made Disney. She made animated
talk
movies
about-
possible.
Yeah, but talk about monumental, for that. That's so cool. The amount of technology, the advancement in technology that they used for that time, and her songs are so cool. They're so
Her
good.
songs are great. The whole movie's great.
Yep.
The dwarves are fantastic.
Yep.
And it spawned so many different iterations of Snow White, which I do want to talk about, how iconic is your princess, because that meant a lot to me here. How iconic is Snow White? It has spawned off so many different iterations. The Once Upon a Time show,
Yep.
which I think
they casted her perfectly. I think
it is a fantastic, new, different version of Snow White. I mean, Snow White in this movie is a 14-year-old girl who...
Yeah, we're talking about the first animated...
Yeah, the first
movie.
animated movie
Yes.
of all time. She
full-length color animated
that's what I
movie.
mean. She, eats a bite of an apple, basically dead. That's it. That's the movie. You don't get any direct-to-video sequel for Snow White.
No.
So it's just this one.
There's no reason to make a second one.
Well, you could say that about a lot of the people
Well,
on this
yes,
list, and you
but-
have direct-to-home videos. But, and she's popular enough to spawn her own live-action movie, which came out this year, whatever you may think about that. But the fact is, if you're iconic enough to get your own live-action movie, you might deserve to be on this list.
Fair enough. All right, so since we both agreed with Snow White, I'll go into my next one, and I'm going to say Belle.
Belle is not on my list, so I'll let you lead this one.
So Belle is on my list because I feel like Beauty and the Beast is my favorite movie. So again, I'm a little biased.
Boo.
Slow your roll. However, I love that she is a princess who loves to read. I like that she likes learning. I think she is a good role model for kids to want to live up to. But don't even comment on that she likes a beast and yada yada yada. She is smart.
It's a little creepy.
Stop it.
A lot of hair.
Stop it. She wants to travel the world. She loves her father. She's different. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to feeling different and out of place.
She's different. Oh, what does she do? She reads.
Well,
It's just, I get it for the town. But
yes, for the town,
that's
she's
funny.
different. She stands out, and she's odd, as they put it.
Yes.
I love her. I think she's great. She saves her father. She without a thought. She's like, take me instead. I'm good. Let him go.
Yeah. She sacrifices herself for her dad. Big.
Yep.
Belle, I think, might have the best movie out of any Disney princess. I am up there and thinking that it is the best movie
Okay.
in the Disney princess genre. Do I think she's the best princess? No, obviously she's not on my list. But but I will die on the hill as she has the best movie.
Okay.
Chugging right along to mine, Tiana.
She's on mine too.
There we
She
go.
made my list. I love her.
Tiana, are you iconic? I didn't know this. If you asked me this question a few years ago, I probably would have said, no, the movie just came out, it's 2 years ago. A lot of the other princesses, they have decades to marinate in this iconic space, all right? But then they announced her own ride. And what do you say? Whatever you say about whatever, if you get your own attraction especially in Walt Disney World, and especially in Magic Kingdom, you got to have some sort of iconic ability. The movie is obviously, I wouldn't say it's a top tier Disney princess movie, but when thinking about just her alone,
I disagree 100%. I love that movie.
I like the movie too, but like for everyone else, like it didn't make a lot of money.
Just because it didn't make a lot of money doesn't mean that it can't grow in love.
I would say it has grown in love.
Yes.
Not to the... Maybe this conversation will be different in 10 years. Mm-hmm. We'll see how the ride ages. But, I would say every other princess, or at least 5 that I'm looking at right now, would be more iconic or better. Or their movies are better.
She's so independent, and she works so hard for what she wants. Her only downfall, I will say, is that she doesn't know how to have any fun. And she learns that throughout the movie, and that is her character development, and I love that for her. But also, just like, not princess-wise, but Lottie is the best, like, best friend a girl could want. Like, she literally tells the prince, like, even though it's not really the prince, she's like, you gotta wait, I gotta go help out my homegirl. And brings her upstairs, cleans her up.
She's great, yeah.
She's like, you promise, like, you'll do this, like, no strings attached, I'll make you human, like, just take care of Tiana. Like, she is a girl's girl, and I love her.
Tiana is, and I love her, she's on my Mount Rushmore. Whatever I think about her movie, her as a character is the best role model.
Oh, yeah.
That you would ever want.
Oh, yeah.
For your daughter.
100%. She's hardworking.
Hardworking, family person. She loves her dad.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She loves her mom, wants to take care of her mom, right? And all she has to do, her entire character art is, it's not, you got to work harder. It's not this, that, or the third. It's just blow some steam once in a while, go dance or something.
Yeah.
You don't just got to be dicing up mushrooms. That doesn't have to be your life.
Mincing.
Mincing. That's not your life. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me her character art was, you just have to meet a guy? That's a very achievable character arc. She is the best role model that you would want to live up to.
Yes.
And if you're the best role model, which is, all these movies are for kids, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. We love them, but they're for kids. That's what you want. So she has to be on my list for that reason.
Okay. Well, since that was your second one, but it was also my third, so you go again.
Okay.
Give me your third.
Rapunzel from Tangled.
Really?
Yes. I love Rapunzel.
Oh, so do I, but I don't think she deserves to be on Mount Rushmore.
I 100% believe she deserves to be on Mount Rushmore.
Okay, why? She
launches the modern princess era. One, she does it amazingly. Mm-hmm. It's such an interesting, different perspective on the character. Rapunzel, you just think, oh, she's in a tower.
Yeah.
Great. Whoa. Lanterns? This is pretty crazy. And then she has
one of the best songs.
She has maybe the best prince. Let's be honest. Princes are slim pickings, I think, in Disney movies.
I don't know about that. I could have had a whole Mount Rushmore for princes.
I think so too.
Easily.
But maybe I just don't know enough, but I would say Flynn Rider.
Oh, I love him.
Has the most character.
Eugene Fitzherbert?
Eugene has the most character out of any Disney prince.
Okay, but we're talking about the princesses. So
yes.
why?
So she loves to paint. If Tiana is what you want from your daughter to be hardworking and dedicated, you want Rapunzel to be your dreamer.
Yes.
She dreams.
Puzzles and darts
out.
And baking.
Mm-hmm.
Paper mache. A bit of ballet and chess.
Yes. And she fights. She's bad, but...
Man, that frying pan of hers.
Try not to curse. But the movie's hilarious. Way, in my opinion, way funnier than Princess and the Frog.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather, if someone was like, hey, man, you want to watch Tangled or Princess and the Frog? Tangled.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Every day of the week.
I'm putting Tangled on.
The entire Ugly Duckling scene is absolutely hilarious. You know,
Oh, yes.
her songs are
No,
fantastic.
the Snuggly Duckling, not the Ugly Duckling.
What did I say?
Ugly Duckling.
Oh, yeah, the Snuggly Duckling.
Yeah,
Sorry.
man.
But
How could
it's
she?
that she has a great ride now in Tokyo, Paris.
Yeah, but
Sea.
if you're talking about people having good rides, Belle has a ride in Tokyo Disney Sea, too.
I'd rather do the Tangled ride.
I'm not saying that, but you were saying iconicness, and Belle wasn't on yours, and anybody who has a ride deserves to be on there. I'm just saying.
It's a good
calling
point.
you out.
It's a good point.
calling
It's a
you
good
out.
point. It's a good point. And you're maybe I'm a little hypocritical
Mm-hmm.
because my last one is very. I don't believe she has a ride. So
I don't think they all deserve to have rides to make them iconic. But anyway.
no, but it's definitely a. What's the word? I don't know. If it's like it's a good plus in your
Yes,
corner.
it's an advantage.
Yeah. I think it's your turn.
Oh, yeah.
This is your fourth, right?
Yeah, this is my last one.
Okay.
My last Disney princess that I put on there is Mulan.
Han.
Yeah. She on yours
I got
too?
Mulan. It's Mulan. She doesn't have a ride, right?
No.
Yeah,
I don't think
no.
she really has. She has in Epcot in the China Pavilion. She'll occasionally make an appearance,
Oh, okay.
but like she
that's
doesn't
it.
have like anything.
No. Okay.
Like she is strong. She has character. She has heart. She has development. Like her whole storyline is so funny because she was trying to cheat on her test
Mm-hmm.
to like not dishonor the family. And she went to war for her dad. That's crazy. Because it's crazy because if they would have sent him, they would have sent him home because he wouldn't have been able to fight.
That's a good point.
But like she was like, no, I need to save
I don't know. They
my
might have
father.
been just. I
They
don't
sent her
know.
home. They packed her up at the beginning when she couldn't do it. Because she was falling behind. They didn't want her.
Oh yeah,
They would have totally sent home
her dad.
her dad. Yeah.
I love Mulan. I think she's just fantastic. Mm-hmm. I mean, the songs are great in her movie. Her song is fantastic. It's probably
yeah.
a top 3 Disney princess song.
My sister, I love her to death, but sometimes she fights me on the whole loving Disney. I know deep down she loves it. But,
Future guest on the pod.
yes, but she loves The Reflection
It's a great song.
song. It's her favorite.
It's a great song. You can't diss that song. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't think you can talk about a Disney princess Mount Rushmore without Mulan.
Yes.
I don't think you can. I think everyone is Mulan. Not is Mulan, but we'll have Mulan. But I love that we both had our list. Let's just recap. Tiana, Snow White, Rapunzel, Mulan.
Man, you sounded like you really rushed that. I had Snow White, Belle, Tiana, and Mulan.
Okay. Some notable princesses that weren't on there. Sleeping Beauty.
She only had 14 lines.
Exactly.
And she threw herself on the bed crying when they were like, we need to go home.
Cinderella.
No.
No?
Why does she let them treat her like that? I love her to death as a princess, but like,
She's the princess, though.
no, I know she is, and I love her to death.
Which I feel like a hypocrite not putting her on.
I love her to death, but like, why are you letting these outsiders come in and treat you like garbage? Like, come on.
Ariel.
Just write him a note. Be like, yeah,
write him a note.
I'm the one who saved your life. Like, we saw her sign her name in
But
perfect.
maybe.
But what?
Where are they from? Atlantis? I guess. Maybe Atlantean handwriting. They
You
have a
saw her
different
write
alphabet.
Ariel.
Oh, yeah.
She signed her name.
Yeah, there's no excuse. She's just being dumb.
She's 16. It's like, I want to do things by myself.
Jasmine?
I love Jasmine. She's so strong. She doesn't want anybody to like. She's not a prize to be won, as she says so perfectly.
Speaking of prizes not to be won, Merida.
I don't like Merida. She turned her mom into a bear.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I like her. She didn't want to
What's the worst thing Cinderella did? Go to a ball? Do maybe a
lose
chore?
a slipper.
Lose a slipper? Do a chore wrong?
Yeah.
Be somewhat annoying? Merida turns her mother into a bear.
Like, I get
It's the
it.
worst
She
thing someone
doesn't
can
wanna
do.
Be forced to marry someone and all that, but Maybe don't go to a witch next time.
Yeah. And then, like, Elsa and Anna.
I mean, I like them, but I think there's better, like more iconic.
Yeah, well, I mean, Elsa is the queen.
I will say, Frozen 2, I think, is the best Disney sequel to a princess movie. Granted, Ariel got to be a
Trying to
mom,
think.
which was
I never
pretty
saw
cool,
Little Mermaid
with
2.
Melody.
No
yeah,
idea.
no, she got to be a mom, which I liked. And you saw that struggle, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, because Moana 2 wasn't that good.
Moana 2 was good. You got
It's okay.
Chee-hoo.
Chee-hoo.
Yeah, you got that song.
That's my favorite song of the movie, but it was obviously a show that
Yes.
they just kind of edited together to be a movie.
Alrighty, so hopping on over to
Yeah,
the
before-
last one.
Before we start talking for another hour.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so let's finish this up for you guys. We're gonna do Disney Animal Sidekick Mount Rushmore.
Alright,
Kick
so
it
let's,
off.
on the count of 3, let's say the one that we both have on this list, because I know we both have it.
It's not Gurgi.
You don't have Gurgi on there?
No, I switched. I don't have Gurgi. I know we both love Gurgi.
I have Gurgi
I
on there,
don't
so
have
I guess I'll
Gurgi.
start.
Yeah,
I
go
have Gurgi.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, just like you had the Horn King, I have Gurgi. We both got Black Cauldron people on there.
Which is good.
I like Gurgi. He was a little scared. I like Gurgi's character development. He literally makes me cry.
He finally got friends at the end.
Yeah, and then he kills himself. He saves everybody. But he does, spoiler alert, come back. Because I doubt people are going to go watch The Black Cauldron. But, no, I love him. He may be a little scared, but he just has the best interest of everybody at heart. And he's cute as a button.
Everything you want out of a Disney sidekick.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, I mean, so I really contemplated Gurgi. You know, when I brought up this idea about doing these Mount Rushmores, I used
Who
Gurgi
brought
as
up
a,
the idea?
but I used
Who
Gurgi.
brought up the idea? Correct yourself.
You brought up the idea of
That's
doing
what
the
I.
Mount
That's
Rushmores.
what I thought.
But I had the idea of doing the animal sidekicks. Give me that.
Baloney.
Not baloney. I did, and I used Gurgi as an example.
You didn't use Gurgi as an example.
Because I did.
No, you did not.
Fellas, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm experiencing.
You better stop it.
Love Gurgi. Great character.
Okay,
Probably
so-
would have been my 5.
Who did you decide to sub in for him?
I don't know, but I like my 4, but I'll give you my first one on my list. Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, the conscience.
Jiminy Cricket.
I debated putting him on there.
He's one, the Disney song. Not gonna argue it. It's the Disney song. You could be like, oh, this, that, the third. Don't care. This is the Disney song. He has the Disney song. Because when you wish upon a star, you wish for Jiminy Cricket. That's the answer.
I thought about putting Jiminy Cricket on there but I didn't know how technical you were being with animal.
That's an animal.
That's an insect. But
Oh, boo.
that's why I was like, I didn't put him on there. Because I didn't know what your qualifications are.
Animals. Yeah, jeez. Maybe I should add those badung-chings in
Oh
post.
yeah, that would be something. But no, I love Jiminy Cricket. I think he's great.
Yeah, I don't very much like his character in the Pinocchio live action movie.
It's like the
You
same
know, he's
character.
a little weird. No, he's
I
a
mean, the
little
way
weird.
he looks. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about like his character?
Yeah, the way he looks, he's a little weird.
Well, it's a live action
I
cricket.
guess, but that's true. It's a live
It's a
action.
live action cricket.
But
Like,
but yeah, I mean, in he might be one of the most iconic creatures in Disney. Like you see if you saw a silhouette.
with his top hat and his cane.
Yeah, or his umbrella. Isn't it an umbrella?
Yes, his umbrella too.
Yeah, no, it's an umbrella
Well,
instead
yeah,
of a
he
cane.
uses
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
as like a.
But I mean, if you saw an outline of Mickey, obviously you'd say it's Mickey, or a silhouette of Mickey, you'd say it's Mickey. If you saw a silhouette of Jiminy Cricket, you'd be like Jiminy Cricket.
Fair enough.
It's no one else's Jiminy Cricket. It's insane. What's your 2?
My 2 is Dante from Coco.
Oh, the dog?
The dog.
Oh, the dog.
Yep. He is goofy. He is silly. You may not understand him. He doesn't talk, but guess what? He takes care of Miguel.
Of business.
Yes. And he ends up being a spirit guide, which is pretty cool.
That's such
he
a
has little
modern-
wings and he flops. I know it's
It's really
modern.
modern.
I thought we needed some modern touch in here.
Modern
And-
Disney's important too.
Like, and he's a street dog. Like, you wouldn't think that he's going to turn into some big character in the movie, but
He does have a...
he guides Miguel through the underworld. He becomes one of the spirit animals for him.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I think he's great.
I didn't think you were going to pull Dante. Mm-hmm. So I don't, like, it really didn't pass my mind at all. It's an interesting one. I don't know how to respond to it.
Like I said, I want to own all the dogs. So
Yeah,
the
you
second
do.
I have to get a dog.
It's just every dog that is part of the... I bet Doug's on your list.
No!
You forgot about
But he so should be! I'm subbing him.
Well, you haven't said all of it. You
Subbing him
have
in.
the right to change your mind.
Oh, man. I'm going to be kicking myself in the butt the rest of the video. I could have said Doug.
So let me go to one that we have talked about already. Mm-hmm. Ray. Ray, I think, is what a love bug. Mm-hmm. The love bug,
Evangeline.
if you may. But he literally sacrifices himself, like Gurgi, for our protagonist. Mm-hmm. He is everything you want out of an animal sidekick. And I understand, it's an insect, whatever. Well, I hate to break it to you, I also got a reptile on this list as well. So, it's Ray is, he sets you up on the Bayou Adventure, but not Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I don't think he's in it. He's not in the ride.
You don't know that.
I'd assume
So
not.
stop giving
I'd
false
assume not.
information. Assuming
I don't
makes
know.
an ass out of you and me.
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
You don't have to bleep it.
All right.
It's how you spell assume.
All right. But Ray, love Ray. Do you have him on your list?
Well, I did, and then I subbed him out for
Did
Doug.
you? Oh, did you?
Well, I figured...
You didn't say it yet. You didn't say it
I
yet.
didn't say it yet, and I figured you had Ray, and it would just give me another person to talk about because I love Doug. And
okay.
although I love Ray, and he definitely would make my Mount Rushmore. We're making 2 Mount Rushmore, so I'm going to ask someone else. Doug.
Doug's your next one?
Doug with a capital D. He is a homie. He is the
How do you have
cutest...
Doug spelled there?
Like Doug?
Like the verb?
Yeah.
It's D-O-U-G.
D...
O-U-G.
I thought you went D-O-G, and I was like, you mean dog?
D-O-U-G.
Listen, I just haven't... I had to change it real quick.
Okay.
Listen. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
He is just so precious. He is loyal. He loves Carl and Russell, and he's nice to Kevin. He's just so sweet, and he's so different than all the other dogs. And then he rallies them all, and then they're all his friends, and is on his side. I love him.
Are you going to cry?
Maybe.
Tori.
He's like, I have just met you, and I love you. And then he has the best squirrel jokes.
Squirrel.
What did he say? Why did this... It's like,
It was funny because he
he's
died.
Yeah, because he's dead.
Because he is dead.
What is this joke?
I mean, and then he
know.
even spawned his own miniseries.
Yeah.
Was it Doug
Doug
Days?
Days.
Doug Days.
Yep. Like he.
Which
has
made me
his-
cry when Carl went out on
his
the date.
first date, Carl's first date.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a tearjerker. But
Yeah.
even in that, when Carl tried to dye his hair and eyebrows black, and Doug freaking freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh! He's like, Doug, it's me. And he's like, oh. He's just so funny and he's so dopey, and I love him.
Is he because Doug's a good one. Is he the funniest animal side character? Because he can talk. Most animal side characters, I wouldn't say talk. Oh, wait.
A lot of them talk.
Do they?
Yeah.
One of them doesn't for me.
Well, Dante
He's-
doesn't talk for mine.
Dante doesn't. Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah. I guess a lot of them do talk. Yeah, I am kind of...
Thumper
Kinda dumb on that
talks. Jacques and Gus talk.
Yeah, I was about to say Jacques and Gus. Well, all right. I think Doug's a really good one. Mm-hmm. And I think Doug's a very good one specifically for you.
Yes,
Because I know you
love
very well.
Doug. I love Doug.
Yeah. Send Tori.
I was thinking like
All
mainly
her-
Disney, not Disney Pixar. But I guess I was thinking Disney Pixar. I got Dante.
It's Disney. It's all Disney.
Yeah, whatever.
Like, I'd put Marvel and Star Wars in Disney. Except if we're talking exact... Actually, no, I wouldn't. I don't know. Would I? I don't know. I'd have to think about it
feel
more.
like you
And I'm not
shouldn't.
doing that right now.
Yes.
Because I'm going...
Is this your last
to...
one?
I got 2 more.
Okay.
Bagheera.
2 more?
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 more? I have 1 more.
Yeah, and I'm about to do mine.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I'm back.
Bagheera.
I like Bagheera.
Bagheera's great. He's everything that you want out of a protector,
I like Bagheera.
right? But
He gives up a couple times, but he always comes back.
he always comes back. Like a good guardian should,
Yes.
in my opinion. He just wants what's best for Mowgli.
He
And
does.
even when Mowgli is actually the worst.
Mowgli
Is
is
the
a
worst.
child.
Yeah, the worst.
A child.
Well,
Hey.
somebody... no, not the children are the worst. Mowgli's the worst. Getting in all these situations, and then also trusting bears. Baloo might be at the bottom of my list for best animal side characters, because Baloo is no good. I love Baloo because
Why
I understand
friend-shaped if not friendly?
your idea of bears being great friends. And
They're just so, like, they got these tiny little ears. I would trust a bear.
just because you have a teddy bear
If I
does
was
not mean
Mowgli-
that the live bear will not eat you.
I have seen pictures of live bears, and they all have tiny little ears, and they're fuzzy and big, and you just want to hug them. If I was Mowgli, and I grew up in the jungle with all these animals, and animals didn't scare me, I would definitely befriend a bear, for sure.
A tiger hunts him.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
All he has to
everything's
do
good.
is go to the man village, and he won't get eaten by the tiger.
See, hon, you're working like that honeybee over there. Too hard.
I don't know. What?
Remember, he's like,
Oh, yeah, right.
In the sun.
Bagheera. What a fantastic guy.
no, I do like Bagheera. Bagheera's a good one.
All right, your last one. Boom, last one.
All right, my last one is Elliot. It's not an animated one. He's an animated character in a person movie.
That's the
Pete's
definition
Dragon.
of animal sidekick, I think, yeah.
I love Elliot. He says, I'm talking about like the OG. Like
Not
Pete's
the live
Dragon.
action?
Not the live action one.
Pete's
no.
Dragon?
No, not that one.
No.
I'm talking about the old one with Lampy and the Gogans and like
And Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
Yeah, the guy who plays...
Lampy.
Yeah, he's Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is that his name, Lampy?
Yeah, in the movie it's Lampy.
The lighthouse keeper? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he plays in the stop motion Santa movies.
Yeah.
He's
Santa.
He's Santa, which I didn't know.
Yeah, I knew that. But I thought you were talking about like there was Santa in Pete's Dragon.
No,
I was like,
that would
what are
be
you
pretty
talking
funny.
about?
Yeah, he rides Pete. Or not Pete, the Elliot. Sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a
Sorry,
bad.
Elliot.
You need to make sure
Elliot.
you clarify that one.
Elliot. He rides
But-
Elliot.
Like, I just think he's so funny. Like, he roasts apples. He takes care of him. He finds, Paul
Mm-hmm.
for Nora.
Yeah, I.
Like, he puts himself in danger to save
He does.
Pete.
I had never seen Pete's Dragon until you had shown me.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you, the songs in that movie
Immaculate.
are fantastic. A dragon.
Immaculate.
A dragon. I think I saw a dragon, right? Is that how it goes? When he's in the bar?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I swear there was a dragon.
Yeah, those songs are amazing. I love that movie. I think it's great.
I like just like putting that movie on and just like having it be on.
His mission is great. Just going from kid to kid who has
who
problems.
needs help.
It's not just Pete's Dragon.
No, he's
It's the children's of the world's dragon.
yeah, like I just love his story. I think he is the best sidekick. He's got a great personality. He's fun and he's helpful. I think he's wonderful. I love him. I would think he like if I had to rank him, I think he'd be like
1 or 2.
yeah.
Elliot's a good one, and I don't want to follow up Elliot because I don't like this one now that it's Elliot. But it's Pascal.
Hun.
I like Pascal.
Well,
I like Pascal.
all right. Defend your case to me.
Because everyone in Rapunzel's life is out to get her. You know, before she leaves the tower, her only friend is Pascal, who is always there for Rapunzel, and maybe I really like Tangled, but he's funny. He's always there, and that's it. He's just always there,
He's
and that's
good.
what I want out of an animal
He's
sidekick.
a good emotional support chameleon.
That's everything I want out of my chameleon.
Out of my chameleon.
If I had a checked box of everything I would want from a Disney animal sidekick,
Yes.
I think Pascal would be probably... He might not be elite in any category, but he checks every box. The best ability can be consistency. And this chameleon is the most consistent chameleon.
Well, also, we forget that even when, at the very end, when Mother Gothel, like, after she stabs Flynn Rider, he's still trying to fight her. Even though she's, like, huge. She kicks him, and then he's the one that drags the...
He kills Mother Gothel, doesn't he? He commits murder.
That makes her trip out the window.
He murders her. It's not Flynn Rider.
Let's be honest. She would have turned into a pile of dust in the room, but for dramatic
for
dramatic effect,
but
Pascal is the one that killed her.
You couldn't do that. You had to have her
Fall out of
and then it'd just
effect.
be the cloak.
Yes.
So my 4: Jiminy Cricket, Ray, Bagheera, Pascal.
Yeah, mine was Dante, Doug, Gurgi, and Elliot.
Well, I think those were some great Mount Rushmores, and I want you guys down in the comment section to tell us who had the best Mount Rushmore overall and what you guys would change.
Yeah, what would be your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, animal sidekicks, villains, Disney princesses. Tell us if we didn't hit your favorites on there. Yeah, we're excited for, hopefully we get these out. I'd probably say maybe every week, once a week for right now. If we got more time.
Starting up.
Yeah. Hopefully once a week. We are the Theme Park Warriors. So we're that on Instagram, we're that on YouTube, we're that on Spotify. But this podcast is called The Wildest POD in the Wilderness. So hopefully you'll be able to find us if you look up either of those.
It would be Theme Park _Warriors.
_Warriors,
yes,
yeah.
That would be our handle on most things.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a TikTok going. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all brand new for us, so
Yeah.
we're just going to feel it out. You guys are going to be learning with us.
Yeah. What were you trying to tease episode 3 a little? What did we say we kind of wanted to do? Oh, I don't know. What was it? I'm going to have to listen to this over.
Listen to it and figure it out.
Listen to this over again. But if you guys have any ideas about what you guys want us to talk about, we can certainly do that. If you guys want to hear our list about things, hopefully
Maybe we can do a Q&A at some point. Once we get a big enough following.
Yeah, we actually get a
questions and
following.
answers. Yeah. Like, it's just, we'll figure it out as we go. And I promise, we try, we don't think we're boring, but hopefully we don't.
We
bore
probably
you
are. But yeah, we will. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of The Wildest POD in the Wilderness. What do you think? Was that good?
That was better than the first time you did it.
Oh, a week ago?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Have you been listening to the ride?
I might have been.
Oh.
Well, we will see you guys
In the next podcast.
next podcast. Thank you for listening, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.